Ever notice that guiding behavior can seem so random sometimes? Like what you do one day works and then the next day it doesn't? It's way more common than you think. And in this video, I'm going to show you why. Before you watch the rest of this video, though, I just want you to know that this is video 9 in a series of 16. So you can watch this video and I guarantee you'll walk away with a couple of tips and tricks to use right away. But if you really want to make some significant changes and see a big difference, go back and watch video 1 and watch them in order, because they do stack on each other to really help you walk through the process of making that change and getting the parenting success that you want and confidence that you want in your life. Let me get into showing you some tips and tricks on how you can take this randomness of following your routines and directions to actually make it a routine where your child follows. Before we get into our kids, just think about yourself for a second. Have you ever been told when you're really upset, oh, just relax or calm down? So how does that make you feel? What's your reaction? It doesn't usually work, right? Instead, you just are kind of like more flustered that this person is trying to get you to think about something when you're clearly in an upset state. What do you think happens with kids? Let's read this scenario. Child is frustrated, a block keeps falling down and their tower keeps breaking. And somebody tells them, calm down. Or a child starts throwing the blocks at another child or at the wall or something, and the adult tells them, take a deep breath. Does this sound kind of familiar? Like these kind of things where, your child's doing something and you're trying to tell them to calm down, and then what happens? Does it actually get them to calm down? Have you ever told your child to calm down and instantly they just calm down? Probably not, because for them, it probably happened similar to you as an adult, where you just kind of ignored the person. You were like not in that state of mind of listening. But I'm going to give you a different scenario now. Imagine a child is upset that the tower keeps falling or the block keeps rolling away every time they try to put something together. And instead of you coming in and telling them to calm down, you have this like teddy bear there. And you take the teddy bear and you just start going, oh, teddy bear, you look so angry, or you look so upset. And you just start pretending the teddy bear is taking big belly breaths and big belly breaths. And you're like, that's a great teddy bear. You are calming down. You are so angry. What do you think that child's going to do when they see you next to them or near them? Hey, they might run over and grab that teddy bear and throw it, right? But that's going to be usually because they're still in a very upset state. But what if you have already invested some time with your child, giving them some examples about how to use a teddy bear to belly breathe? The child has actually experienced a pretend play where a teddy bear is angry, and then suddenly the angry bear starts to calm down because the child starts connecting with that teddy bear and teaching the teddy bear how to calm down. Or what if the child has been watching a favorite character on TV and the character gets angry and you talk about how the character takes some big belly breaths or calm down, and then you and your child practice it when they're not in an angry state, but when they're noticing this other character on TV or this teddy bear, and they start practicing how to belly breathe. Well, if you practice that a lot, what might happen then is the next time the child gets angry, they might not immediately get angry. They may, but when you walk in and you start practicing for them and modeling how to do some belly breaths, or making a comment on how, oh, you look just like that teddy bear did yesterday. Let's do things that the teddy bear did. Oh, put your hands on your belly like the teddy bear. Do you think maybe you're going to get a little bit of a calmer situation, or are you going to get it more escalated? Here's the thing is that if you start doing these practices in the calmer water, when they're not in an angry mode, then you're going to get more likely that they start to develop these habits of how to calm and self-regulate their body when they do get angry. It's human nature. Sometimes I have buttons that get pushed in me that I just want to scream inside. And I know, because I've been very mindful and practicing on how to calm down when these little things upset me. Well, children don't have that experience. We have to give them that experience during the positive times so that they can start to build it into a routine and a habit. So then when they do get angry, it just becomes like a habit for them. So you have to start doing things with them when they're calm and when they're not in that troubled water. So for example, if you have a swimmer and you want them to start getting comfortable in using water and swimming, you put them in the shallow area, you have lifeguards and calm adults all around them. You don't just throw them into the deep end and expect them to stay secure and calm and become successful to try new things, right? That also means us adults have to be calm and ready too. If the new swimmer doesn't see a lifeguard or a calm adult nearby, then they're going to be more hesitant to try new things. But when the swimmer gets more comfortable in these conditions of these shallow waters, they see adults helping them, eventually you can up the ante. You bring them to deeper water, or you take off some of their floaty things that they have, and eventually they start trying new things, just like testing new waters or going through some new ideas, but then they have less support. Well, this is the same thing for children in their environments. So first, think about, what does calm waters look like to you and your child? Think of it like a science experiment. You want to take something in a normal condition and then narrow down what's most effective and have it applied to other conditions as well if you can. But specifically, you want to build connection, and then you want that experimenting with the new things during a time when you are both in a good calm place. And by good calm place, I mean that like you're both ready to connect. Not taking a new idea or practice and trying it out in those rough, crazy, deep end waters. So you're trying them out in the calm, shallow, secure setting. So here are some examples on how you know that you're in a place that you're ready to connect. And this is likely where it'll be most effective to try these new things. The other thing that I mentioned is you want to create a habit. You want to make it a routine so that it's really easy to use in those rough times. Habits are those things that you do without thinking. It's built into everyday routine, everyday things that usually require little to no effort. Think about it like, you ask your child to do something and they do it with little to no direction. That's where you want to see the results. But it takes a while to get there. You have to start with a place like those shallow area where maybe they have a lot of adult support, where they can touch the ground, they have floaties, and eventually it gets more and more where you know that your child can just go in the deep end and you can say jump, or you can say swim, or you can say get out, and they just can do it without any support. But it takes time to get there. Behaviors, and especially our emotional regulation, takes time to get there. Some adults are still figuring out how to do it. So starting with the calm places to build that routine habit is the best place to start. And doing it in a place where you both have joy is going to make a bigger bang for buck too. Because think about it, you don't want to be teaching them something where you're not in a happy mood either. So you want to really capitalize on those times when you're both feeling connected and in a joyful place. Focus on an activity that bonds you in connecting with one another, building that emotional connection, and make them a habit. And then you're going to be able to slowly infuse those activities and ideas into the rough times down the road. In another video, I'm going to share a little bit more about how to bring these ideas back when you are in the middle of a rough time. But for now, let's think about some activities that are really simple to use into building some daily habits or routines. So here are a bunch of different activities that you could do and use, and you can see how they help bond and connect the child and the emotional state of mind so that they are feeling joyful and secure. And there's going to be a lot of other videos that will share these ideas and these activities specifically. So you can check out our YouTube channel and find out some more that are actually specific and work for you. In this video, we discussed how creating a habit using connection activities during good times are going to help you during those rough times. And also that connection activities can be really simple and done during your routines, and they want to be activities that bring you both joy. So in the end, you actually end up building more connection with your child while you're teaching them the skills they need to use during those rough times. If you are interested in using our reflection sheets in our guidebook, they're found on kidsmoveandlearn.com. And don't forget to come back for the next video when you're ready. Thanks, bye. If you like this video or find any of it helpful, please share and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will get notified as soon as new videos are available.